Welcome all, Abhilash here. Let's start this session with the Consumer Protection Act 2019. In this digital era of commerce and digital branding, as well as a new set of consumer expectation, digitization has provided easy access, a large variety of choice, convenient payment mechanisms, improved service, and shoppings as per convenience. However, along with the growth part, it is also brought in challenges related to consumer protection. Keeping this in mind and to address the new set of challenges faced by the consumers in this digital age, the Indian Parliament passed the Landmark Consumer Protection Act 2019, which aims to provide the timely and effective administration and settlement of consumer disputes. This new act, the Consumer Protection Act 2019, replaces the more than 3 decades old Consumer Protection Act 1986. So this is the upgraded act of Consumer Protection Act, which is established in 2019. The Consumer Protection Act 2019, some of key highlights: widen the definition of the consumer. The definition now includes any person who buys any goods, whether through offline, online transaction, electronic means, teleshopping, direct selling, or multi-level marketing. Enhancement of territorial jurisdiction. The 2019 Act now provides an added advantages to the consumers by providing for filing of complaint where the complainant resides or personally works for gain and against the 1986 Act, which only provides for filing the complaint where the opposite party resides or carry on business. This would help in removing the difficulties faced by the consumers in seeking redressal of their grievance against the businesses who may not have an office or branch in their state. Enhancement of pecuniary jurisdiction. Revised pecuniary limits have been fixed under the new Act. Accordingly, the district forum can now entertain consumer complaints where the value of goods or service paid does not exceed rupees 10 lakh. The State Commission can entertain disputes where such value exceeds 10 lakh Indian rupees does not exceed 10 lakh, so it's up to the 1 crore. The National Commission can exercise jurisdiction where such value exceeds 1 crore or more than that. That is the 10 crore. Alternate disputes resolution. Another provision introduced by the 2019 Act to ensure speedy resolution of disputes is to provide for referring the disputes to mediation. As per the 2019 Act, the Consumer Forum shall refer the matter to mediation on written consent of both the parties. For this purpose, the 2019 Act also provides for establishment of a consumer mediation cells by the respective state governments in each district commission and the state commission, as well as at the national commission by the central government. Complaints. The 2019 Act also provides for filing of complaints before the district forums electronically in accordance with the rules which are to be prescribed by the government. In filing of complaints, the new Act provides flexibility to the consumer to file complaint within the jurisdictional consumer forum located at the place of residence or work of the consumer. This is unlike the current practice of filing is at the place of purchase where the seller has his register office address. The new Act also contains enabling provisions for consumers to file complaints electronically and for hearing or for examining parties through video conferencing. This is aimed to provide procedural ease and reduce inconvenience and harassment for the consumers. Establishment of Central Consumer Protection Authority. The new Act proposes the establishment of a regulatory authority known as the Central Consumer Protection Authority (CCPA), which wide powers of enforcement, and the CCPA will have investigation wing headed by a Director General, which may conduct inquiry and investigation into consumers' law violation. The CCPA has been granted wide powers to take summatory actions, recall products, order reimbursement of the price of goods service, cancel license, file class action suits, and if a consumer complaint affects more than one individually. Product liability and penal consequence. The new act has introduced the concept of the product liability and the brings within its scope the product manufacturer, product service provider, and the product seller for any claim for compensation. The term product seller is defined to include a person who is involved in placing the product for a commercial purpose, and as such would include e-commerce platform as well. So it depends that e-commerce platform merely act as a platform or aggregators will not be accepted. There are increased liability risks for manufacturers as compared to product service providers and product sellers. Considering that under the new act, manufacturers will be liable in product liability action when he proves that he is not negligent or fraudulent in making the express warranty of a product. Certain expectations have been provided under the new act from liability claims such as the product seller will not be liable where the product has been misused, altered or modified. Unfair trade practices. The new act introduces a specific broad definition of unfair trade practices, which also includes sharing of personal information given by the consumers in confidence, unless such disclosures is made in accordance with the provision of any other law. Penalties for misleading advertisement. The CCPA may impose a penalty up to rupees 1 10 lakh on a manufacturer or an endorser for a false and or misleading advertisement. The CCPA may also sentence them imprisonment for up to 2 years for the same. In case of subsequent offense, the fine may be extended to the 5 lakh, 50 lakh. It's not a 5 lakh, it's 50 lakh. Imprisonment for up to 5 years. The CCPA can also prohibit the endorser of a misleading advertisement from endorsing the particular product or service for a period for up to 1 year. For every subsequent offense, the period of probation may extend to 3 years. So there is an extension of 3 years. Endorsers liability. The new act fixes liability on endorsers, considering that there have been numerous instances in the recent past where consumers have fallen prey to unfair trade practices under the influence of celebrating acting as a brand ambassadors. In such cases, it becomes important for the endorsers to take the onus and the exercise due diligence to verify the veracity of the claim made in the advertisement to refute liability claim. Conclusion. The Consumer Protection Act 2019, when compared with the 1986 Act, shows that it provides for greater protection of consumer interests, taking into consideration the current age of digitization. The 2019 Act also deals with the technological advertisement in industry, provides for easier filing of complaints, and also imposes strict liability on the businesses, including endorsers, for violation the interest of the consumer. So this is all about the Consumer Protection Act 2019. Thank you. Best wishes.